had an incident. I packed up on my hair scarves. Because I just did like an aloe vera hair mask, and my hair has to like air dry for 2 days because I packed up my dryer. I packed up my hair dryer, and like I'm about to go on, and I'm like, where's my headscarf? Like, where's my? I packed it up. So welcome. If you're new here, listen, it is what it is. Throw your tomatoes if you must, Monique. This is what we're going to do today. I don't know what my next few lives are going to look like because, baby, I don't have anything. Everything is packed up. You might see the same stuff. I don't know. But thank you for joining me. Oh, I was like, wait a minute. Where are my hair? Where's my hair stuff? It's already packed for the truck. It is what it is. How are you guys doing? How are you guys doing? Only me. How are you guys doing? Good evening, good morning, Jumbo, wherever you are. Shalom. Did I speak? Oh, are we doing Russian? No, that's German. Is that German? Shout out to my subscribers in the Ukraine. We see you, we love you, we're praying for you. We are praying for you. My God, today. So sorry. Thank you, Josie. Josie said, you're still cute. And I'm so not that girl. Like, I don't care. If you see me in the bonnet, you see me in the bonnet. I just wasn't prepared. I wasn't prepared. I'm not bonnet ready. You know what I mean? Maybe if this was like a nighttime routine, but girl, shout out to my new subscribers. Thank you. I'm like tearing my room up. Like, where is it? Where is it? And then I was like, oh, I packed it. I packed it. Do not. Sorry about that. Y'all know how the plumbing is in this place. Thank God I won't be dealing with it for much longer. Hey! Glory! What's up, Denard? Hey, Tracy. Hey, Kimberly. Hey, Candace. Hey, JLB. JLB. Purr. 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 Avalon said, did you all hear that A&E show, Adopting an Adult? Thank you, Jesus. Because it was trafficking. It was a show about trafficking with that pervy old man who was just like, oh, I'm just concerned that I might become attracted to her because I have cheated before. Sick. I'm glad it was canceled. I'm going to get a DM on Instagram. Hey, my love. Hey, my love. You are not representing the Black community properly. No holes. No holes. Never. But baby, when I finally take my twist out down, after this aloe vera and avocado oil has penetrated the curls, I'm going to be a problem. A problem. Oh my gosh. I'm telling you, I wish I would have had this live up so you guys could have seen me running around tearing this place up looking for my hair products. Like my whole hair section. Why, as a Black woman, did I pack that up? I should have left that out until the U-Haul was here. You know what I mean? Like, why did I pack that up? Betty with a bonnet. I know that's right. Thank you. It's the best. It is the best. I love when I mix it with this mask. Thank you. Thank you, Brittany. Brittany said, I always love catching your lives. Life as a mom, wife with a whole adult is exhausting enough. You're such a ray of sunshine. Thank you, really. No, Brittany, thank you. Ciao. Hey, Phil. Hey, Phil. Guys, we're down to the wire. We have 2 more lives in the studio, and that's it. Oh my God, we're growing up. We're growing up. Story time, and then I get into the review. I sold my car yesterday, and I had a whole meltdown. A whole meltdown. I was so excited to because my car has not been drivable for a minute. I've been driving my sister's Benz. Okay, can't tell me nothing until it's time to put gas in that thing. I had no idea that those luxury cars are very expensive to fill up. I filled up her car one time. It was $100. I was like, never again. Never. I'll walk. I will walk. Anyway, that's what I get for profiling in a vehicle that ain't even mine. Anyway, I'm doing a whole moving process, and I was getting everything done. And I was finally able to found a buyer yesterday. And we met, we talked or whatever, did all the paperwork. And I remember when I was signing my name on for the title or whatever, I started to get emotional. And I'm like, what is happening? What is happening? I'm like, I'm probably just lightheaded because when you're doing all of this, this is not my everyday routine, right? So I'm not eating and I'm not drinking enough. I already know that. I'm trying to do better about that, but I just want to get this done so that I can rest. Anyway, I'm thinking it's that, right? I'm like, okay, I just need to get something to eat. So as soon as this is done, I'll get something to eat. I go to give him my key and I start bawling to the point where I had to walk away. And my mom was like, are you okay? My mom thought that I was acting. And then she heard me she's like, Nikki. And I'm like, I can't believe it. The guy felt so bad. He was like, he's like, it's okay if this happens. He was like, wait till you have to send a kid off to college. Little does he know, I'm not sending my kid to college. Get the hell out of here. That's a trap for the working class. Absolutely. Go to college if you must. If that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. But I know that working class trap. I'm not doing that to my babies. Debt at 17, the devil is a liar. I'm going to let nepotism work for them. Anyway, so I'm getting emotional. My body is shaking, my voice. So many emotions. I couldn't believe it. It's a car. Why was I so attached to it like that? Why was I so attached to it like that? I've been through so much with that car. I will tell you. I drove to my first big job that day, my first big job working in TV. My first was I guest star? My first reoccurring acting job. I drove to set in that car. My first film premiere, I drove to the premiere in that car. That car has we've had journeys, we've had ups and we've had downs. I remember when I was homeless for a month, I slept in that car. You know what I mean? This car has seen me through so many things. And I guess for me, it was the end of an era. You know what I mean? I'm just moving on into a new journey. When I was a kid, I bought that car. And now I'm a woman. So it's time to pass it on to another little kid to enjoy. But baby, I could not believe it. As soon as I gave him the keys, my body just started trembling. And I'm like, Nikki. And I was just, I'm so dramatic. That's what my mom said too. Goddess Godiva. Progress, transition, growth, upgrade. I'm so proud of you. Thank you. I'm growing up. Growing If you guys would have seen it, the way I performed, the guy didn't even know if he wanted to take the car after that. The way I was acting. Thank you, Busola. Thank you so much. I didn't know. I've never had a car that had to take premium. She was like, oh, yeah, just fill up with premium. I was like, sure. Put it in, turned my head for a second, turned back. I was like, $98. Why? No, I'll stick with my Kias. I'll stick with Kias. Absolutely not. $40 regular gas, and I'm back on the road. Hey, Ajubi, how are you? All real. I'm an adult, y'all. I'm grown. I'm selling cars. Girl, moving in McMansions. Like, who is this? I'm wearing bonnets on camera and I'm comfortable. Grown. Hey, Linnell. Linnell said, hey, Nikki, first time commenter. Congrats on the upcoming move. Thank you so much. It's like so much stuff is happening with this. Like so many stuff I can't even tell you guys about right now, but so many doors are opening. And I'm like, I should have did this a while ago. But I'm just happy. Lisa said, luxury car upkeep ain't no joke. 10 plus years ago, someone told me Bentley oil changes. Whoo! Absolutely not. Hey, Samantha. Samantha said, oh no, the Benzes are expensive to fill up. I'm like, no, thank you, ma'am. Not worth it to have that car when you got to fill up on gas and gas prices are rising. Absolutely. I'm going to be honest with you, though. This nation is so classist. The way I get treated driving in that car, like ridiculous. Ridiculous the way people treat me because they think that I have money. Little do you know, I'm borrowing. This is somebody else's car. But the way people treat me, and like when I pull up the places, like it's insane. I hate capitalism. Hey, Brittany said, yep, my husband has a Cadillac. Tried trading me for my Nissan. It's a cute car, but not with these gas prices. Absolutely. I was like, you know what, girl? Target is not that far. I will be walking. Wendy said, I saw my current loan total this semester and it hurt my feelings. Yeah, my loan just keeps on growing. And I'm just like, you know what? We got to get a progressive president. I'm not paying that. I was 17 signing that. Y'all should have known I ain't have it. I didn't have it then and I don't have it now. Yes, my car that I sold was a Kia Spectrum. It did me good for like 10 years. So I'm staying within the Kia family. I think I might get a Kia truck. Who knows? We will see. Watch I mess around and get a luxury car. Ciao. Get them likes up. Hey, Nick K said, just bought my first car. Congrats. Can't wait for my come up like you. Oh, thank you for believing this is a come up. No, it is. I accepted Jesus. It's a come up. Thank you. Yes, congrats on your first car. You are going to have so many memories in that. That car is going to mature you more than like you may think you're somewhere, but that responsibility, the things that is going to come with it, the journeys you're going to take. Oh my gosh. Did I get felt up in that car? I probably did. But anyway, oh my God, memories. Lisa said, farewell to the Star Chariot. Onward and upward. Absolutely. Tammy, I'm actually about to get started. Actually, we are about to get started. What did you guys think of this episode? My opinions have changed on a few couples. Really, really have. My opinions have changed on a few couples, like drastically. And I'm like, what is happening here? Hey, Ethan. Ethan said, hey, Nikki, random question. Have you been keeping up with Britney Spears? Thoughts? Two things, right? I grew up with Britney Spears. So that's like my best friend in my head. She don't even know, right? So even if I think that something is wrong, I'm not saying that about my bestie. I'm keeping her in my prayers. I'm glad that she's free. I'm glad that she's happy. For anybody who thinks that her behavior is a little weird, I will say this. This woman is what? Is Brittany 40? She's like 39 or 40. She has been locked up and medically and medicated by her family. Like the girl was on opium for 13 years. Right? She lived her life as a child. So some things she may be doing, people who are of a certain age think that it's weird for somebody to do, but just realize this is her being free after not being free for a very long time. So I'm gonna let my sis come back to earth at her own pace. I'm gonna let my bestie do what she gonna do. I love her, support her. I am glad that she is free. I hope that this guy that she's with, I pray that it's the real deal. I pray that it's real love because she deserves. She deserves to be weird and quirky and fun, and she deserves. So yes, I've been keeping up. I love her, and I'm always will support. Always will support. The second thing, she's a Sagittarius. May not talk about my Sagittarius fam ever in public. And there are a few Sagittarius that I get together, but that's kitchen table talk. Shout out to Wendy Williams. Damn. But congrats to Sherry Shepherd. But yeah. Watch me find a cowboy before Alyssa. Watch me find a cowboy before Alyssa. Teresa G said, I got my luxury car for a steal due to a dealer error. Work. I have to remind people I'm working class with the student loan debt. I know that's right. Tracy said, I'm paying my son's tuition out of pocket. I refuse to put him in the hell that I'm in. I'm still paying student loans. I can't do it. I'm fighting him at every turn. At every turn. I remember my boss, I think I told you this. My boss was turning 61, and on her birthday, we like got her a cake or whatever, and her everybody says make a wish, and she was like, oh well, my wish has already been made. Today I paid off my student loans. At 60 freaking one, you were in college before I was alive, before I was even thought about. You were in college and you just paid these. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Oh no. Hell no, America. Hell no. I'm telling you, that rested in my spirit. That rested in my spirit for years. I said, will not be me. Will not be me. I'm going to be down there with them progressives. Fighting for them loans to be paid off. If we got billions and billions of dollars for war, you can pay these student loans. We got it. Even if you just give us, not even a third of what y'all pay in war, we will be good. Y'all got it. America got it. I ain't never gonna let that heifer lie to me ever again. America got it. They can pay it. I'm paying taxes as a good citizen. You can pay my student loans. Stop it. Stop it. Or like, maybe you can take it out of my reparations. I don't know. I'm black. I shouldn't have to pay for college. Y'all should be sorry. Ciao. I'm not doing it. She hasn't been able to do it for so long. Let my good sis be. Ethan said, love Brittany too. No, you were a fan of her. I feel so bad for her. She just leaves me scratching my head sometimes. Yeah, she's getting free opium. And everything else they were, doing to her. Do you know, like in one of her stories, she wrote that this is my first time driving. I haven't been able to drive for 13 years. She was literally in captivity. Literally in captivity. Let her be. Let her be. Hey, Jasmine. I'm going to get two more guys and then I'm going to start. Jasmine said, Steve said on after party that he is comfortable and has a savings and takes Noi on dates and pays his way. So he don't get why it's a big deal. We will talk why it's a big deal. Why I think it's a big deal. Josie said, isn't opium used for serious pain? or end of life care. Why would she be taking opium unless she has a substance issues? No, her family, she was being put on that. Like that's what they were putting her on. If you I listened to her when she read her court case a while ago, and she had read why she would like to be free of the conservatorship to the judge, and she mentioned that they have her on opium. She's like, I don't want to be on drugs. I don't want to be on a forced IUD. I want to have kids. They've taken that right away from me. So they were medicating her to keep her compliant. So this is her free. That's why she's always cussing that family out on Instagram, because she has not been able to do so for a very long time. Marina, you are right on time. And just like Candace says, Brittany is working through her trauma. I'm going to leave her alone and mind my business. Absolutely. Absolutely. Homegirl said, I ain't got it. I respect it. I respect it. She said, I ain't got it. So I don't know what she gonna do, because I ain't got it. I'm doing the same thing. America, I ain't got it. So I don't know what you're gonna do. Now, if you see me, at a Gucci outlet buying something, mind your damn business. I said I ain't got it for you, but I got it for Gucci. It's the American way. Let's get into this review. Now, I'm doing Love is Blind episode 7 and 8 tomorrow. So this is it. So tomorrow I'm doing Love is Blind episode, what? I did 5 and 6, right? I think I'm doing 7. Hold on, let me check my notes. Love is Blind episode 6 and 7 is tomorrow. 7 and 8 is Monday. 9 and 10 is Tuesday. And that'll be it. But the last 2 lives for tomorrow is Love is Blind 6 through 7. And then later that evening, Love During Lockup. Love During Lockup. That's what we're doing. Yes, let's love on my good sis Brittany while we get into this review. Let's talk about Mark and Lindsay. Oh, guys, give me time with the timestamps. I know I'm normally on it, but right now I'm doing a lot. Give your girl a break. Let's get into, where's my pictures with Mark and Lindsay? I don't have them here. I'm responsible. Is this them? Nope. Sorry. Here we go. Mark and Lindsay. Mark the Shark is over his oversharing wife. Look, Lindsay has an issue. And the issue is that she is far too familiar too soon. I don't think that she's a bad person, but I do think that she needs to read the room better, because it's starting to turn off her husband. Having said that, I think that the ladies are far too harsh on Lindsay. I mean, they have all clicked up at this point. Nobody talks to her. When she does talk, everybody immediately gives her attitude. And then Mark gets on Lindsay when she points that out. Listen, she's a lot. We all see it. But I don't see Lindsay being mean-spirited to anyone except her husband. Right? And I just don't like how the ladies are not allowing her to be in that sisterhood. It's like you and Kat had a dust up. It was just Lindsay and Kat, from what I am aware of, that had a dust up in Puerto Rico. Y'all still there. Y'all still mad. All the ladies have linked up with Kat, and nobody is like trying to even give Lindsay a chance after that. Like Noi, what did you and Lindsay get into? Right? Alyssa, what did you and Lindsay get into? Jasmina, I know that Kat is your girl, but you can't even let Lindsay talk without saying something like smart and expect her not to say anything. Kat doesn't even really give her a chance. It's like they had that one moment, and I get it. I wouldn't be cool with a broad trying to talk to my husband any kind of way either, right? But at the end of the day, y'all all strangers. Y'all all know each other for the same amount of time. There's going to be conflict. Everybody here is in their 30s. Like, really? Y'all can't even hang out with her without rolling your eyes. And I don't know. I just, for me, I haven't seen enough of Lindsay to understand why the ladies are where they're at, especially when this show creates brotherhoods and sisterhoods. And it just makes me feel bad knowing that Lindsay is not going to have that experience because she's a different kind of woman. It's very high school to me. And I can't rock with it. I get that she's a lot. I get that she does not understand how to read the room. I get that she's too familiar too soon. I don't think that is a reason to ice her out the way the women have, especially when she's not trying to create conflict. This is just who she is, and she's trying to I feel like she's trying to get to know everybody and have a good time. They won't even give her that. And maybe I haven't seen or experienced everything that they've experienced with Lindsay. So there's probably more there to it. But from what I'm seeing on the show that I am reviewing, I just don't see enough for it to make sense why the ladies are icing out Lindsay the way they are. Now, Mark the Shark and Lindsay can actually work, right? I think they just need to meet in the middle. And I think the middle is a place where neither one of them wants to compromise, right? Because Mark is going to have to confront some things. Mark don't confront nothing. As soon as Mark saw Lindsay and Kat exchanging words, his eyes got big, and you could tell his face started getting redder than it already is, that he was uncomfortable with the situation. And I understand, right? I get it. Your wife is going to need you to have her back, even when she's wrong. Check your wife in private, but at some point, you're going to have her back, because everybody was checking in. Everybody was speaking. Kat, you were making faces the whole time. If you don't like the woman, don't make faces, right? I don't think that that it was wrong of Lindsay to say, why are you rolling your eyes? I'm talking. Why are you rolling your eyes? In fairness, Lindsay was making comments about people as well, but she was making them about Alyssa, who it seems like nobody except for the black girls like. But anyway, I think that Mark at some point, he's going to have Lindsay's back. Probably not all the time, but not having her back ever. Not stepping in to support her ever. Always blaming her and checking her in public, in front of the people that she's in conflict with. It's just not going to work. And Lindsay needs to learn when to walk away. She attends every argument, every conflict, every argument she attends. She shows up. There's no argument too small for Lindsay. She will get into the minute disagreements and blow it up. It's like, girl, you got to walk away sometimes. And Mark has to step up sometimes. I think that's how these two are going to be able to survive. But it's a huge compromise for people who are polar opposites in personality. Now, I think Mark matches Lindsay's personality when he's party Mark. But when he's not party Mark, he's taking care of everybody, putting everybody first. A bit of a people pleaser, non-confrontational guy. Lindsay, party Lindsay 24/7. Party Lindsay 24/7. It could be quiet hour at a church. Lindsay is going to be speaking in tongues, loud and proud. She just doesn't understand how to read the room, and that everybody is not comfortable with that personality, even if it's coming from a good place. That's what I think. I think that she's actually not trying to cause conflict. I think that this is who she is, and it's just off-putting to a lot of people. Unfortunately, she doesn't have a personality that works for everyone. Oh, and I hate that, because I'm like, why does she have to change herself for people to like her? But it's a bossy kind of overtaking personality, oversharing. But I think a lot of times that's her trying to be, fun and funny, and it's just not working with a lot of people, unfortunately. Hold on, because what's going on with my internet? My internet is fine. StreamYard, you're doing it again. You're doing it again. Anyway, Mark also needs to stop so hard trying to be right? Because when the couples get together, this is like one of their first get-togethers since Puerto Rico. They all had their housewarmings this episode, but they all got together at this bowling alley. And before they even get there, Mark is like, his eyes, because he doesn't want Lindsay to even speak, right? Because he knows that when Lindsay speaks, the girls, Why are you even looking at me, girl? Don't look at me. Don't even talk to me on camera. Is it really that serious? She said, why are you rolling your eyes? Because you're rolling your eyes. Now, she would have rolled her eyes while you were talking, Kat. You would have said something. So Mark is just already uncomfortable. And he says in his confessional is that he doesn't like when she, speaks to people a certain way, or basically when she speaks up for herself, because he says that causes conflict with the people that he wants to be friends with. Mark, you have to stop trying to be liked by everybody. There are people who you can be the kind of, hello, let's talk about Jesus. No matter how kind you are, no matter how much good you do, there will always be somebody ready to kill you, bro. Not everybody's going to like you, and you have to be okay with that. I think he's not okay with that. I think Lindsay is okay with everybody not liking her. Like, I think Lindsay is fine with that, but she has a husband who isn't okay with that. Now, the conversation about urine and poop spray, right? Lindsay, I just got her trying to be funny. Steve was asking a question about asking a question to the ladies. Is it a problem? Is it that big of a deal? Because the ladies were talking about how they like the seat down, because Kat was saying that Olo puts the seat down, and she was like, I don't have to ask him. And all the ladies were like, oh my god, yeah, because I when I go to the bathroom, I don't want to fall into the toilet. How drunk or how sleepy are y'all when y'all falling into the toilet? Like, that's never happened to me. And I've lived with men. I've never been that sleepy where I'm not aware. Like, I don't know, but women do. You do. Not judging, but I just can't fathom that. Anyway, so Steve is like, is it really a problem? Right? And Lindsay is just like, well, listen, as a nurse or whatever, she's that girl, right? She's Miss Know-It-All, she's Miss Do-It-All, she's Miss Well-Cultured. Yes, it gets annoying. I think the reaction was too much. As a nurse, it's the poop spray. I don't like the poop spray. Yes, Steve is still trying to talk. Jasmina, let Steve talk. Lindsay, come on, Lindsay, let him talk. You are not that mad at Lindsay. You don't like her because Kat don't like her. And you and Kat sit and talk about her. So the reaction that you gave to Lindsay about talking over Steve had nothing to do with protecting Steve or making sure he gets out his very thoughtful comment. You just don't like her because Kat don't like her. And so then that creates this kind of tension that sets Mark off and makes him uncomfortable, because he wants to be the light couple. Like how he comes in and he tries to be the godfather over everybody. He tries to make sure everybody is taken care of, because that's what he does in his life. He wants to have a wife like that, right? Some quiet, motherly kind of wife. And Lindsay is the complete opposite. I actually do like them too. I don't know if I necessarily like them together. In the beginning, it was cute, but now it's just like long term, I don't know if they can actually work. I really, really, really don't. Another reason. Did my phone die? Child, well, at least I remember my notes. Another reason why I don't think that they will work, and or last, is because Lindsay goes far too low. Far too low. Like, she got upset with Mark because he was basically checking her in front of Kat and in front of the ladies who don't really feature her. And she felt some sort of way about that. I get that she was embarrassed, but I don't feel that Mark said anything to warrant her reaction. Because then she starts saying, go stay with your mother, right? She's mentioned him going to stay with his mom, or all you'll have left is your mother, several times, knowing that he has a very fragile relationship with his mother that cuts him very deep. He has an issue with that. He's spoken to us about it in his confessionals. He talked about it when we met him. He's talked about it with Lindsay. Why was this little dust up, minor dust up? Why did you go there right away? Like, she just shoots she shoots to kill. Lindsay is not in an argument with anybody, hoping that the person can survive her attacks, right? She's killing you off grip. Like, as soon as y'all get into an argument, Lindsay is coming for your throat. She is not giving you any room to bounce back. You have to watch that when you're doing that with your husband. especially as a wife, just as a partner in general. Not only are you tearing your husband down, you're tearing him down in front of everybody and mic'd and on camera. I'm telling you, there is no caught off guard hot mic moment. I will say when you are mic'd, you get very comfortable, but there's no way that you're not aware that you were mic'd, right? Lindsay didn't care that she was mic'd. She gets upset with Mark. She walks away. Mark sits down and talks to Chris. She's in the bathroom with the producer, tearing Mark down, talking about his small balls, how he doesn't make her orgasm. I'm like, girl, like hold some stuff back. You go and live in your roach infested apartment with your mother. Like, you just keep on bringing up his mother, knowing that hurts him. Girl, I don't know if y'all can recover from this, especially when he sees his back. Even if y'all good now, him watching this episode and the previous episodes where you have ripped him a new one just because y'all had a little dust up. Like, where you don't leave, Lindsay doesn't leave any space for there to be more, right? You just dead everything immediately. There's no too low for her. That is a problem. That is a problem. I like Lindsay. I really, really do. She needs to learn how to fight. Like, she needs to learn how to get into a disagreement with anyone and approach it maturely. She just has this mouth vomit of insults that cut so deep. There's no repairing there, which is why she has problems with so many people, because when you get into something, you're going to kill. And it's never that serious, or at least it hasn't been at this point. I don't think for me that I've seen anything to make her shoot off the way that she does. You got to fix that, mama. And you in your 30s. When are you going to get better? Girl, this is the time. This is the time to do better. Kat and Olu. Guys, I'm liking them. I'm liking them. They are growing on your girl. I will say this, though. Although Kat and Olu are growing on me, I'm very concerned that Olu is going to ruin a really good relationship over the fact that Kat cannot cook. Like, it's 2022. You really about to end your relationship when, like, Uber Eats is right there with discounts every damn day, right? HelloFresh is literally right there, and you're going to ruin a really good partnership over the fact that she can cook. Because in this episode, he sits down with his bestie and he's telling him that everything's great. And then he says, well, there is an issue. She went to the store and she got bread and water, and that's it. Okay. Even his friend was like that. He was like, okay. And he's like, well, that's all she got. Like, and she did explain to me that she's used to just getting food for one person, but I had a problem with that. Okay, so what did you want from the market? Like, if you knew that she was going to the supermarket, why did you not say, pick me up some steakums? I want a DiGiorno frozen pizza. Can you bring home some oat milk? Like, why didn't you say that? And why are you not able to cook for yourself? Like, why are you putting all this responsibility on your wife? Like, if you're not hungry, you're just not going to eat. If she doesn't know how to cook, it's just so weird to me, especially over cooking, right? Because it's so weird to me how men have this stance that a woman's place is in the kitchen until she decides to be a chef at a Michelin star restaurant, right? Ain't that crazy? All the top chefs, at least in the United States, are men. But we're told our place is in the kitchen. So if our place is in the kitchen, why are the majority of chefs in America men? Because it's the profit. And when you have money in this nation, you have power. So you want us in the kitchen until we make a profit from it and we start to have power and we start to become independent of relying on you. So with all the male chefs in this world, You can't scramble up some eggs. You can't be biracial Gordon Ramsay. Really? Especially when the path is set for you to do so. Get out of here. If you're hungry, make something to eat. If you're hungry, go to a restaurant. If you're hungry, oodles and noodles are 10 cents a pack, probably 30 because of inflation. Anyway, make something to eat. She told you she don't know how to cook. Why are you going to make that a problem when everything else is so great? Like the fact that that's the only thing that he could think of. Wow. Wow, Olo. A lot of other husbands are going through hell. You could have had Alyssa. You got Kat. The only issue with her, the only issue that you have with her is that she can't cook. Shallow. I'm off the deep end. Watches are diving. Anyway, did we see Olo do the stripper dance at the wedding? I don't remember seeing that. I will say I was surprised that it was so rhythmless. And when he kept on sitting his balls on her knees, I was like, what? Are you trying to get her excited or like have fun? Like, what were you doing? That really bothered Kat's friend. Let's talk about Kat's friend. I like Kat's friends. They look out for her. They honestly have her, best interests at heart. They are not allowing her to get with a buster. They're not allowing their girl to get with a scrub. Like, they want the best for her. And I really love how they protect her, even when she gives them pushback. Because their issue is, we've been here with you before with guys that don't deserve you. They've seen Kat go through hell and back, and they're not letting her do it again. And it seems like Olo represents men, like the kind of men that she had dated in the past, right? So Kat meets with her friend, and her friend is just like, he did a lot of talking. So much talking that it made me think that he talked so much because he didn't want us to ask questions. And I'm really concerned about that. She said another issue that I had is that Olo mentioned that he has never dated a Black woman before. And I got a problem with that. Kat was like, no, it's okay. It's okay. Like, he already told me, so I don't have a problem. Like, I'm good. I'm good. And her friend was like, well, I'm not. Kat's friend was like, I got a problem with it. How are you a Black man? And Kat was like, well, he's Irish. She was like, he's Black. He looks Black. He's Black. So why hasn't he dated a Black woman? That set her friend off. I will say this, right? As a Black woman, I knew, right? Olo just didn't give me that he's been to the Essence Festival ever. I knew that Kat was the first Black woman that he's ever been with. I absolutely knew. How can I explain it? He doesn't have our scent, right? Like, a Black woman's scent is not upon him. Like, I just knew. If they're picking up what I'm putting down, I just was like, yeah. This is real different energy. So I knew, right? So it didn't bother me because like, as soon as we met him, I was like, yeah, this is going to be fun. I knew. But Kat's friend was not happy about that. She was not happy about that at all. And I think that Kat sees things too, but I think she just likes Olo so much she's overlooking stuff. And I think she does that in her relationships a lot. I think that Kat takes a back seat, and a lot of stuff that bothers her, she won't say. And next week's episode, we're probably going to see this happening, right? Because instead of saying something, she will crumble, right? Make herself smaller, make her issues not matter, and have her little silent breakdowns, because I don't think she's really used to being important in relationships. And I think that's why her friends are so protective over her, because they love her and they finally want her to have a healthy relationship where she's prioritized. And I think Olo just represents that. But again, I know. You just know. I will say this, though. Out of everything that has happened from the beginning of the, kickoff special to now. I'm starting to like Olo. I really, really am. He is an acquired taste, right? He's biracial Lindsay. He has this presence where when you first meet him, he's a lot. And you really can't take that energy. Like off grip, you can't take that energy. But once you get to know him, and he even mentioned this in an episode, he was like, a lot of people don't like me when they first meet me. I was like, yeah, that's a good observation. Because he's not likable. He's not likable when you first meet him. He's a lot. He's abrasive. He says all the wrong things. It just is inappropriate. But then when you get to know him, you find out that he's a really sweet guy. He's just not that bright in the best way possible. Not saying that he's like not book smart. I just think he's not people smart. Do you understand? Like, I just think that he doesn't have like the wisdom to navigate relationships, especially as an adult. But once you get to know him, he seems like so far on the show, he seems like a really nice guy. The housewarming. I didn't like the housewarming was cute. Olo started to win over Kat's friends. Olo's friend. I didn't like what he said to Kat. That bothered me because he tells Kat that Olo will go off on her, right? He will say things that he shouldn't say because he has a sharp tongue. And she just has to not take it personally because he doesn't mean that. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. He's a grown man with a whole wife and a household that he has to take care of. He has to find a way as an adult man to speak, communicate properly without tearing a person down, without having a temper tantrum. He needs to be able to get out his feelings in a mature manner as a grown man in his 30s, right? Because he's not cussing out his boss. That's the thing. We got to stop giving adults all these excuses, just like, oh, they're in, you have to gotta walk lightly with them. They sometimes rub people the wrong. They sometimes rub people the wrong way and say the wrong things, and they sometimes lash out, but they don't really mean that. You just got to get to know them. No, right? Because why do I have to brace myself whenever I'm around you? Because you're a good person, you just communicate terribly, especially when I see you at work respecting your coworkers and your boss, right? You know how to follow the rules any other time. But then when it comes to me, I got to make adjustments because this is just who you are. No, then give me work you. You're not cussing out your boss, right? You're not walking into an establishment and doing your own thing. You're not going behind a register. Some people be robbing, but you know what I mean? Like, you're not going behind the register of a clothing place and taking your own order or going to get something that you want, because you know that there are rules and laws. And you know that you have to act a certain way to be in certain places, or you have to act a certain way at work. You have to act a certain way at a school. You have to act a certain way on public transportation or in a governmental building. So if you know how to act there, you know how to act here. So I didn't like him saying that she has to adjust and she has to know that he doesn't mean that. No. That he needs to treat her how he treats his boss or his coworkers, because he practices restraint with them, or how he treats other men. Treat her how you treat other men, right? Do that. I don't like him saying that, especially when I have seen Kat act a certain way, as if, from my observation, she has been in relationships with guys like that before. Guys who cuss her out and mistreat her, and she takes it. Because she even said to Pastor Kyle, I'm learning how to talk to him, especially when he has those moments. No, he can't have those moments. You cannot. That is not okay. And I didn't like that. I did not like that. Just his verbal abuse? Absolutely not. You said it in a mean way, you meant it. That's what I was saying about Lindsay. She can't take that stuff back because you can't just say, "Oh, I was upset." You literally told the world that your husband don't know what he doing with his dingling, right? And you told us about his genitals. You told us that he makes $60,000. What is he going to do with that? That's how you feel about him. Even if you're upset, sometimes when we're angry, we speak our truth and how you really feel. You feel a certain way about him making $60,000 a year selling gym equipment. You feel a certain way about his dingling. You feel a certain way about his tiny balls. You feel a certain way about his roach infested apartment. You feel a certain way about his fragile relationship with his mother. You meant those things. So that's why I'm just like, I don't know if that could work. I don't know if you can go back after that because you have to then explain to Mark why you feel that way. And you're probably going to have to constantly apologize and change your behavior so that he can feel safe around you and comfortable around you. Because if not, he's going to continue to feel that that's how you actually feel about him. And maybe you don't feel that way about him all the time, but you feel that way about him, especially for you to say it. And that's what I think is the same thing that's going to happen with Olu when he snaps out a cat. You can take it back and say that you were upset, but you still said those things to her and you still hurt her. Like we're going to see next week. My God, today. Let me take a break here and we will talk a bit. Then we'll get into the rest of the couples. Because I see a lot of comments here, so I want to get some. I want to get a few. Wait, what was that? Okay. Ooh, hey, Phil. Thank you so much for the super chat. Phil said, Lindsay tries to control and dominate the conversation. It's too much emotion to take on at once. I absolutely agree. Oh my God, you are talking in here. I'm glad I took a break. We got a lot to say about Lindsay. Ajubi said, Lindsay was talking about Alyssa at the bachelorette party, so that's probably why Alyssa doesn't like her. I get it. That makes sense. Hey, Linnell. Linnell said, nah, I wouldn't want to deal with Lindsay either. She's too much. She has to understand that there are consequences for her action. Agreed. Jasmine says, but that could backfire because if she keeps going, it can turn into a fight before he can tell her privately. Very true. I don't disagree with you guys. Candace said, Lindsay keeps score of everything she does for him and throws his vulnerabilities back at his face. Absolutely. That is not a way to maintain a healthy relationship. Teresa said, Lindsay doesn't know she's awful to be around. Bull in a china shop. That is the best description. The best description of Lindsay. Even if it's a sweet bull, it's still a bull in a china shop. Midwife Crystal says she hits too low, though. Absolutely. Phil said, why are you addressing someone you know don't like you at all? Lindsay does the most and the much and is annoying. Hey, Goddess says she's a lot. It can be off-putting, but she goes low when she's mad at Mark. She don't even go that low at Kat, who she has eternal beef with. You go that low with your husband? Nah, not okay. Roaches, little balls, oh my. You can't take that stuff back. You can apologize though, but you can't take it back. You gotta be careful with the words. I'm learning that myself, right? Every time I'm trying to make note of it, I'm like, do I want to in this relationship? You know what I mean? Like, do I want this to be done? No. So let me find a different way to say this, right? Sans insult. TT said, I don't think Jasmina had an issue with Lindsay. I think she just wanted Steve to finish his thought. I don't think she has an issue with Lindsay either. I think she just don't like Lindsay because of Kat. Hey, Tanisha. Tanisha said Kat's energy was off, but Lindsay does the most, and it seemed like she does a lot more than we see. The group conversation was cut and edited extremely harsh. I agree. Yeah, Katie. He can't trust her with his heart with this toxicity. Lindsay, I agree. I agree. I agree. Hey Whitney. Whitney said Lindsay is not to be trusted because she holds nothing sacred. I don't know how anyone would be able to maintain a long-term relationship with that type of behavior. You know why I think she has long-term relationships? I think Lindsay is that friend that comes in a clutch, right? I think she's always there to help out, and I think the friends that she has is co-worker friends, right? Where you guys meet up for happy hour and that's it. Like the relationship doesn't go in depth. You don't like share secrets or anything like that. You don't have those moments of like, breakdowns or breakups. You don't have those moments. You may have a moment at work where it's just like, okay, girl, come on. Let's walk to Starbucks, whatever you want on me. I think that's the depth of her relationships. Yes, please subscribe. Thank you, Shonda. Thank you. Samantha said, talking about Lindsay, she's going to lose her voice if she doesn't. Oh, who? If she doesn't speak up. Who, Lindsay? She got all that smoke for Lindsay, but not your husband. Oh, talk about Kat. She doesn't lose. She's going to lose her voice if you don't speak up. Girl, you got all that smoke for Lindsay, but not your husband, who, mind you, never dated a black girl. Ciao. Wendy said, Olu worrying about Cat cooking all the time while he can't let go of his hair and shave that jacked up hair. I will say he looked a lot better when he cut off that mohawk. When he cut off that mohawk and he showed her, he had his wave cap on. 10 days with a black woman and look at him, right? He had his wave cap on. He said, before you come in, I got a little surprise when you take it off. He said, I know you like Michael B. Jordan. All of a sudden, he had a little different swag. Now Olo has our scent. Now we can smell him. Now we can smell him. Yes, definitely. Like, yes, your mom stayed home, raised the kids, and was in the kitchen. Okay. What that got to do with me? What that got to do? Marry your mother then. And again, to women who are stay-at-home wives and moms, nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. I'm talking about toxic masculinity and how that choice is framed. Nothing about my sisters. Hey, glorified Jesus, said Olaf, will never find a woman that gorgeous again. Okay, he should not worry about the food issue, but let it go. You are right. Hey, Busala. Busala says some people don't know how to disagree with another person without trying to destroy the other person's psyche. I have a family member like this, and they try to come back like nothing happened. Hello, Joe Gorga. Hello, Joe Gorga. I can say whatever I want to you, and 5 minutes later, we act like nothing happened because we're family. Absolutely not. That is toxic. Toxic. I know. Kat's mom was not having it. Kat's mom is very bougie. I'm like, how are you this bougie with a rah-rah daughter? Kat's mom was sitting there looking at the dance. Have you met your daughter? She like that around you. But that girl is raw, okay? Teabagging her. What was that? I'm like, no. Please get your balls off my knees. Please. Please. Miss Brown Sugar said, I was here for Katina's friend, Jasmina's best friend, and my absolute favorite, Michael's sister. Yeah, I love Michael's sister. Because I feel like Whitney, they've seen her go through hell. And they are like, no more. You will not go through this anymore. He's a biracial boy in a biracial world. He's biracial. Shout out to show him fury. Hey, Danielle said, we pick it up. The channel is growing. I got to get a little better about how I describe things. Hey, Kimberly. Kimberly said the bigger question is, why did the experts set Kat and Olajuwon together? They're wrong for that. Ratings. Guys, at the end of the day, it's a TV show. It is a TV show. TV show. Why is that? Why is it? Yeah, because black women aren't attracted to me. Why is that? Why is that? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Ciao. Me too. I do have hope for this couple. I think they're the only one. I feel like they're the only one that make it. I feel like this is the only couple that makes it. Out of all the couples, I think this is going to be the most successful one. Yeah, I think so too, Teresa. Teresa said he's grown on me. He tries, he just needs to grow up. Drop that phone. Yes. Yes. He's like a child trying to play a grown-up. That is such a great description of Olo. Thank you so much, Teresa. Hey, Black Lavender. Hey, Sophie chats a lot. Sophie said, Olu has ADHD, and that, does he? And that often leads to impulsivity. Kat said he messed with African-American women before. I think that he hasn't seriously dated any. I don't think he has seriously dated anyone. Very true. Or at least it seems that way. Him having ADHD makes so much sense now. What's up, Stop the Bus? After Stop the Bus, I'm going to take 2 more comments and then I'm going to move on. I always say this and end up taking 92. Please bear with me. Stop the Bus says, never agree with the notion that the partner must become a doormat. Why are they allowed to dish their frustration on their partner who didn't deserve it? Absolutely. Absolutely. Hey, Sabrina. Sabrina said Lindsay was being snarky when Kat mentioned Pastor Kyle had no feedback for her. So I'm not surprised. You know what? You're right. I missed that. I'm now remembering that. Yeah. So I'm not surprised Kat was rolling her eyes at Lindsay. Hey, Nacho Negro. Nacho Negro say, hey, just caught this live. I've been looking for you all day for Love is Blind. We'll catch the playback. Love you. Thank you, Nacho Negro. Love is Blind is tomorrow. And it'll only be 6 and 7 because, your girl got a lot going on. Hey, Miscellaneous Life. Lindsay has been insulting Mark since the beginning because she thinks she's better than him and he should be grateful. Absolutely agree. Now, Lindsay, if that's not true, honey, that's what it's coming off like. That is how you are treating your husband. I think it was fun shade, Sasha. I think it was fun shade. They're all really friends. There was some pictures of them flying. They were in the airport on their way to the reunion because that's about to be filmed. They're still pretty close. I can see them all hanging out. I really can. We're going to end with this glorifying Jesus, and then I'll hop back into the review, finish that, and then I'll hop back into your comments. Glorifying Jesus said, Mark will forgive her, but in his brain, he has a word file on Lindsay, and her words will always be remembered. That's the thing. You can say these things, and even if you're upset and you don't really mean it after you've said it, you still said it, and you just can never take words back. Words cut deep and leave scars. Absolutely. Just as you grow, just be careful. I have learned that. Baby. Let's get into Alyssa and Chris. Chris's mama called Alyssa correctly. Chris's mom, because we meet up with Chris. I guess we're going to start seeing him and Lindsay at friend events. Him and Alyssa at friends events. I don't think we'll ever see them together as a couple. But I think the show just doesn't, especially for Chris, I think the show doesn't want him to miss out on his check because because Alyssa just wasn't participating. So I think we're going to continue to see Chris, maybe Alyssa throughout the season. And for me, that works because Chris got cheated. He should not get cheated out of his paycheck. He got cheated out of a wife. At least let him get his coins. Anyway, Chris talks to his mom about it. Lets her know that he's getting divorced. I felt so bad for him. He was like, "This is the hardest conversation that I ever have to tell my mom that after 10 days of being married, I'm getting divorced." He just felt like a failure. And you're not a failure, Chris. You did everything right. But Chris's mom said she was on this show for her 15 minutes of fame. You can do better, honey. I said, go here, mama. Let him know. She's telling the truth. She's telling the truth. Everybody, like at this point, it's so obvious that Alyssa was here for the perks and for the fame that this show will bring. I don't think that she ever anticipated on being the villain, especially since she's a really good person. If you have to keep on saying it, there's a problem. I feel bad for Chris, like I said before, because watching this show thus far, out of everybody who has been cast on this show, I feel like he was the most gung-ho about really making this work. He gives me Gil. Chris and Mark the Shark give me Gil. Like they have an essence of Gil. Mark more because he's like trying to be the father figure of the group, but I really feel like he wanted this to work. Out of everybody else, I think that Chris was the one who was just like, this is going to be my forever. And he was putting in the work, trying to have a successful relationship, even with somebody like Alyssa. He still put in the work. I don't know if this show does redos. I know they did it once, but if they do it ever again, he deserves him and Paige. Oh, Chris and Paige. Oh God, could she date another Chris? Could she date another Chris? They would be good together. Alyssa, like in the title of this live, another day, another excuse. Now she doesn't like Chris because of what his family and friends said about him. I mean, if your really good friend says that you're going to come second to his job, then I don't think that the relationship is going to be successful. It's something. Every episode, there's something else about why you didn't like this guy that we find out on that episode, right? It's, he's not my type. I'm allergic to dogs and he has dogs. Aren't you a dog hoe? Like, aren't you all over the internet talking about how much you love dogs? Dogs is licking on you. They biting your vagina and all this stuff. Like, you are a dog hoe. So now you're allergic to dogs? No, not my dogs, because I've had my dog for like 10 years, but that dog, your dog. Then remember, he was too aggressive for her. So I hate him. He's too aggressive. Look at his hands. Look how he's pointing. He's pointing them aggressively. It's an excuse. Every episode, I'm exhausted. I know we have to keep Chris on this show. I want him to stay on this show. But my God, today, we don't have to bring Alyssa back. She is clearly lying, clearly playing this show, clearly never going to take accountability for anything. With all the other drama we have going on with these other couples, we don't need her jumping in, fanning the flames of hell, and making this an even more unenjoyable experience. Like, come on. Y'all can give us a break with her. I'm like, now it's this? Now you got a problem with the friend saying that you have to come second to his job? Just say you want a far-right cowboy. Because at the end of the day, Alyssa, that was the issue. He has a Black Lives Matter shirt. Oh my God, he voted for Biden. Why don't you just say that instead of, we just have different views? Say it with your chest, Alyssa. Say what the actual issues are and stop playing us with these lies. I feel like if they bring her on another episode, she's going to say something else. Well, I don't like his hair. I don't like his shoes. He wears flip-flops everywhere. Now, if she would have said that from jump, I would have understood. I don't know if it's a Caucasian man thing or a suburban man thing, but let me tell you something. Caucasian men, suburban men, those flip-flops don't ever need to leave a beach. If there is no sand under your feet If you are not looking at waves crashing, why you got on flip flops? Why are you on a date with flip flops? Why are you, as a grown man, flipping and flopping? We hear your feet clack, 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 clack in a mall, in a restaurant, embarrassing me as I'm getting my panties from Victoria's Secret, my boyfriend outside clicking and clacking. And everybody's like, oh my God, who is that? Whose flip flops is that? That's my man. Like, please. If she would have said that, I would have understood. But all of these excuses every episode is exhausting. I do like how the show is not allowing her to get away with these lies, right? Every lie that Alyssa says, the show is acting like Bravo with their shady flashbacks of something Alyssa said or did, which shows that she is actually lying, right? Because when Chris and Alyssa sit down and they let the rest of the couples know that they're getting divorced, Alyssa's like, I'm so hurt because I really wanted this to work. I really put an effort into it. The show shows her walking away from every attempt that Chris had to try to make this marriage work. So I like the fact that they're not letting her get away with her lies, but I am sick of seeing her. Hopefully, she will keep her promise and go down to Texas. She said, I'm going to go to Texas and find me a cowboy. You will thrive in Texas, certain parts. I don't know how well you're going to do in Houston or Dallas. But have fun. Have fun, Alyssa. Leave us alone. How the hell is somebody like Alyssa able to last that long in Boston? How? Like, they may be racist, but they are liberal as hell. Oh, that's a racist, liberal to the core people. Not all. Not all. Let's move on. Oh, before I get to Jasmina and Michael, I will say this. When they announced their divorce, all the couples were like, yeah, well, that makes sense. Everybody was like, yeah, you know. Steve, even Steve, I kind of saw it coming. Everybody knew, right? And Lindsay was just like, I'm surprised that Alyssa made it to Puerto Rico. I'm surprised that she went this far. So they obviously knew that she was just not in it from jump. Nobody believed that she was really into Chris, and everybody knew that she was really into this show. So sayonara, Alyssa, hopefully. Jasmina and Michael. Okay. So they have their home housewarming or whatever. But Michael meets with his sister, right? I gotta take this off. Ciao. Oh, I am never putting adhesive on my wall ever again. But anyway, I get what Michael's sister is saying about Jasmina. I think she really wants it to work because she wants her brother to have a successful relationship. She wants him to find love. She wants him to be happy. I also think that they want him to be good so that they can take a break and not worry so much. You know, it's obvious that he is loved on by all of the women in his family, and he's probably mothered and babied a little too much, but they've gone through so much. So they have just embraced each other through all the pain and the trauma and the heartache, right? But I also think his sister really wants this to work just so she can be okay, that her brother is okay, and go back to living her life. I think he weighs on her. So anyway, she really likes Jasmina and she really wants the relationship to work. And, you know, she keeps on giving her advice about her brother and what she needs to do. And I understand where she's coming from. But at the end of the day, Jasmina can be a meanie. And Michael is a Debbie Downer. I don't know the hearts of the production, the producers, the EPs, the creators, the writers, the directors. I don't know their hearts. I'm not saying that these people are evil, but you cannot tell me that interviewing Jasmina and Michael, looking at them on paper, you cannot tell me that they said, let's put them together because we see a successful marriage here. There's no way. There's no way that you can put somebody who's moody, right? And snappy, low tolerance for mess with somebody who is a consistent Debbie Downer. It's sadness all through this relationship. I don't think they put them together for them to work. I think they put them together because they knew this is where this relationship would be. There's no way that the experts thought that these couples will work. There's no way. If they actually spent time with them, if they actually listened to them, maybe the process is just so quick, they can't really tell, but they said that this process is a couple months. So I don't know, but I'm looking at them and I'm like, absolutely not. First of all, when they're together, I have to turn my volume up and put on my captions because these two, oh my God, I'm so upset. Why did you say, no, you don't talk to me like that. I don't like how you talk to me. No, what do you want? You want something? What the hell are y'all saying? What the hell? How did they make the cut? This couple for me, they're sweet people, the gorgeous couple, they're not going to work. Impossible. I know all the family is coming together to try for this couple to make sense and for this couple to work. No way. They are polar opposites. These two just will never work. Never work. They're polar opposites and they are the same in the worst way. The worst way. Like the thing that makes them not work but similar is their nasty attitudes. How is that going to work? Y'all both just cussing each other out in these quiet voices. Don't talk to me. You respect. No, you respect. Who you talking to? No, I ain't gonna say nothing. You walk. No success in this. And I hate to say it because I want marriages to work out if they're right. If they're right, I want them to work out, but absolutely not. No way. No way. They're both joy kills. Both joy kills. Nice people together. Literally a quiet storm. Absolutely not. I will say I did enjoy seeing them after they talked to Pastor Kyle, whatever. I did enjoy seeing them getting ready for the housewarming, having a really good time, laughing throughout the housewarming. And I like seeing them in a good space. Still doesn't make me believe that this couple is going to work, unfortunately. Let's end with Noi and Steve. I understand Noi being unsure about Steve's provisional possibilities, right? Because Steve is just very vague, guys. I'm unsure if he can provide. And I think that maybe he's not telling his wife that he's loaded because he really don't know her like that. Like, is he holding stuff out? Because when he talks to her, she's letting him know, I'm concerned about if you can provide. And he's like, well, I have a savings. And if we ever have to get work, I can get a job. I don't feel safe. I don't feel secure with that. We all thought that we could get a job just like that. And then we had a pandemic, right? Noi's thing is, I need to know that you got us. Who the hell is this? Who the hell is this? Who the hell is Noel? Noel Barra. I gotta stop putting my phone number on my packages. Why do they require your phone numbers now for like deliveries? Like I ordered something and I had to put my phone number down. And then when I ordered from them before, when I got the package, my phone number was right there under my address. Now I'm being stalked by FedEx. Mess around and get a nice little settlement. Don't play with me, FedEx. Anyway, Steve is I'm not sure. It's uncomfortable when he's just so vague about his money. For me and for Noi, I believe, all Steve had to say is, baby, I got $1 million settlement. Or, my parents are very wealthy. I'm a trust fund kid. Or I've worked a lot and I have $6.5 million in savings. You're just saying I got a savings, and if we run out of money, I could get a job. That's not secure. And a woman has to feel secure, especially with a husband, especially when she wants to be a stay-at-home mom. Noi, you also have to be honest with him about that. You also have to say, well, I want to have kids, but you're not saying, I want 3 children and I'm not going back to work. You have to explain that to him as well. So I'm worrying about the finances because I'm not going to be working when we have these 3 kids that I'm not budging on. Y'all got a communication problem. Neither one of you guys are clear. That is the issue. But as somebody who's a, freelancer, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, hold on. I might have to, hi. Yes. Sorry, y'all know I'm selling stuff too. I'm still selling stuff. So people are coming to pick up another item that I'm selling. My God, today. I'm starting to feel like I sold too much. Because I'm like, oh, I don't got nothing in my anyway. Anyway, off on a tangent. So yeah, I just think that these two are just very vague and they need to have the real conversation. Like sit down with an Excel spreadsheet and talk about the finances. I have learned watching this show that couples do not talk about finances in like a realistic way. And hold on. Hold on. Hi. Hi, I'm so sorry. I'm doing a live. Yeah, you take off speaker. I'm doing a live. Did you drink all the water? You just just take the phone off the speaker. What's wrong with it? Put it into your ear. Put your headphones on. Thank you. Ciao. Most gossiping Christians I have ever met. Anyway, I'm back. Like I said, they need the Excel. You know what? I can't. Like I said, they need the Excel spreadsheet and they need to figure out the finances. Couples on this show do not do that, and that's very important. I don't know why people are shy about talking about their money, especially when you're in a marriage or a long-term relationship. You should have that conversation. Point blank and a period. Let's get into the noodles. Noi, is Noi the problem? Is Noi the problem in this relationship? Because I am Team Steve with the noodles, right? If you're saying that you're making dinner, and yes, this was the first time that you made dinner, Noi, and you didn't like him correcting your noodles, I absolutely understand. But from the footage, you said that you were making dinner for the both of them, for the both of you guys. You made your noodles and was fixing your bowl while his noodles were being overcooked. So Steve was like, you overcooked the noodles. Because if you say that you're making dinner, right? I walk in, I see you sitting down, putting the seasoning on your food and eating, but my food is being burnt. He had the right to feel some kind of way. Noi also had the right to feel some kind of way. However, I feel like she took it too far, right? All he did was saying, you overcooked my noodles while you're eating your noodles. You don't see anything wrong with that. Maybe she doesn't cook all the time, but and maybe this could be an African American thing, but it's like proper etiquette to serve your guests first. To serve the people that you're cooking for first. You eat last as the chef. You can make your plate. That's one thing I do. I used to make everybody's food first or whatever and wait for everybody, everybody got their fork in hand, then I make my plate. Absolutely not. Because I'm not putting all my sweat and tears into this meal and I'm getting the scrapes from the bottom of the pot. Oh, I make my plate first. When it comes to cooking, it's 1950 and I'm the man of the house. I make my plate first. I set it aside. I make everybody's ate, serve my guests or whatever. When they're ready, we eat. But I don't understand why she didn't make his bowl, set it aside. You made your noodles, started eating. His noodles are boiling over. So I get the frustration, honestly, on both sides, right? I just did not understand how that led to Noi leaving and going to her apartment as Steve is sitting there looking at her like, can we just talk about like it's noodles? Not that big of a deal. Then you don't talk to him, don't text him. Your husband doesn't know where you are, right? You stormed out the house, took your dog and your sushi and said, F this. Noodles. Noodles. Burnt noodles at that, right? Then you're not taking his text. You're not returning his calls. He hops on your Facebook probably to see where you're at since you're not answering him any other way. He finds out that you sneak dissed him with a Facebook post. Noi, you're wrong. Noi, you are wrong. I will say this. I was not ready for like Principal Steve, right? Because Noi comes home and he's like, well, where were you? Like Steve just turned into like this responsible dad who was like scolding his kid for staying out late. And Noi's just sitting there and she's like, well, I went to my apartment. He's like, I'm your husband. I didn't know where my wife was. I'm texting you. I'm calling you. I can't find you. I look on Facebook and I see you've made a post about me. And how I know it was about me? Because we just had an argument. The argument where you walked out on me. Do you know how many of my friends and family follow you? Noi's like, well, yeah, I know. Do you know, Noi, that they saw that post and now they're going to be calling me, asking me what's going on in my household? I was like, Steve, who is this? Who is this, upstanding dad? Like, who is this guy? I loved it. He was not disrespectful to her, but he was letting her know what you did was not okay. And it's not. And Noah was like, maybe. He was like, no, maybe. No, maybe. What you did was wrong. He's going to be a good dad. Steve's going to be a good dad. So no, there's no maybe. What you did was wrong. And he was absolutely right. Chastise her. If she's going to act like a child, chastise your wife. Do it. Don't beat her. Like I have to gotta be careful with my words. I'm not saying beat up on her, but what I am saying, I agree with him because Noi was wrong. Noise was wrong. So now Steve got to sit around and chew straw noodles to make Noi feel better. Like he can't even you guys don't really know each other. You're getting to know each other. He can't tell you how he like his food made if you're going to make food for him. So he just got to eat whatever you make him. He got to eat overcooked noodles, knowing that you know how to make perfect noodles because you made them for yourself. And if he has anything to say, you will walk out on him. So this is what he knows now. So for Steve, it's like, I can't say how I really feel or what the issues are because she's a runner. She's a runner. She's a track star. She will walk away if you have anything to say about her noodles. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say about these crazy guys. What do you guys have to say? I'm going to get the super chat and then I'm going to scroll up for older comments. Hey, Johnny. Johnny said, hey, Nikki, don't worry. We understand you still look cute. Ew, thank you. I just want you to get to your future home. Me too. Me too. I'm tired, guys. I'm tired of this. I'm done. Thank you so much for the super chat. However, like this will be me every time I move, right? I don't know. I'm not a control freak with anything else. But with moving, I just cannot give it over to other people. I have to pack my stuff a certain way. I have to pack, my boxes in a way where it'll be easy for me to unpack it. I don't trust people packing my stuff for me because the moving service that we have, they also offer packing and moving. So basically they just come in, pack everything, and I don't got to worry about it, and they put it on a truck and they ship it to me. I can't do that. I just can't. Like I have to do it. And I hate doing it. I hate packing, but I can't give it over to anybody else. Weird, right? Weird. Anything else? I'm like, please help me. But packing, I have to do it myself. Um Oh, see, Graham says, I don't think Katina likes Lindsay because she thought that Lindsay had a little crush on Olu. She probably did. She probably did. I could see her having a crush on him because before he had her sit. So I could see her, feeling a little something because she could smell him. Now we can smell him. Hey Tanisha. Tanisha said Kat's energy was off. Oh, I got that one, right? Even if I did, we'll read it again. Kat's energy was off, but Lindsay does the most, and it seems like she does a lot more than we see. The group conversation, yep, was cut and edited extremely harsh. Glorifying Jesus says, that was awful. She has no filter to her mouth, and we are now speaking about how Lindsay was speaking of Mark. Um, um Opal said so many red flags with Olu, never dated a black woman, doesn't want to have an axe with Kat. Now he's saying cooking is so important to him, but he never told the experts. Just weird. Absolutely. Absolutely. This also could be him playing up to the cameras because Olu is a ham. He is a ham. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Hey, Dr. Rim. Dr. Rim said Steve freelances, right? Also, I think he made great money from his last job and saved too. He probably got a great severance paid too. It won't surprise me if he decided to become a pub owner or something. Probably. He just needs to be clear. But I can understand him holding some things if he's not sure about Noi. I get that, but it's like, you got to give us something. You gotta give us something, guys. Shonda said, "Please like the video and subscribe to Nikki Star to get Nikki Star TV to 14K subscribers." Thank you, thank you. Um, just trying to call on people who haven't called on before. Hey, Kimberly. Kimberly said, "This is not even what the friend said. She hears what she wants to hear." Oh, you're talking about when Kat was just like, he's he has been with black women. He said what he said, and we heard it. We heard it, Kat. We heard it. KT said even her friend who never met Chris wasn't buying her excuse when they met. Yeah, nobody was. Nobody was. I think they can see through Alyssa. Everybody can see through Alyssa, but Alyssa. I think that's the perfect place for them to be. But flip flopping on a date, flip flopping anywhere else where there is not sand, no. Get some Crocs like the rest of us. Get some Crocs like the rest of us. I hate hearing a man's flip flops hit the ground. I hate it because men walk in flip flops like toddlers walk in flip flops. It's so loud and aggressive. It's so loud and aggressive. A man walking in flip flops sounds like a shootout. Pop, 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 pop. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Yeah, I think so too, Lisa. Lisa said, I think Alyssa knows she can't stand the social media heat of saying she really just wanted a MAGA man. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's what it was. But she just didn't want to say it. Why don't, like, this is the thing, right? And I'm not saying this is for conservatives or Republicans. I'm saying like far right people are so loud and bold on the internet, right? But you're never loud and bold about your beliefs in public. blend in. You're real quiet about that. Why? Why do you think that is? Yes, you have an opposing view, but why would people react to you a certain way? Is it because of stuff that you're posting, right? Calling people animals and like, is that like you gotta realize why people don't like you. A lot of times it's not your views, it's your ignorance. A lot of times, but that's a lie for another day. Miss Brown Sugar said, I maintain that Jasmina and Michael were a good match. They both see the ways that make sense too, but neither can get out of their way. I agree with you with the last sentence. I do not think that they were a good match. They're too much alike and they're too much not alike. The only thing that's really singular is sadness. You know what I mean? Like it's just like a sadness that they both have. Or not, I won't say darkness. I won't say that. That's far too harsh. But there's this similarity of something that's uncomfortable about them. That's where they connect at. And that's a problem. They need to connect in some joy. When they do that, maybe I could see it different, but I don't see it different any other way. Yasmina, Sophie Chats a lot says, Yasmina says she always has boyfriends who leave her and get married. Michael works all day. Maybe they thought it would work because they would hardly see each other. There are some relationships that work like that. Some relationships that work like that. Shout out to Gwyneth Paltrow. Her relationship is successful because her and her man do not live together. He lives down the street and lives his own life. She lives up the street and she lives her own life, but they still married. Whoopi Goldberg, she's in love. In love. But she says he's not living in my house. I don't want a man living in my house. Some people that works. Some people that works. Hey, Candace. Candace said, Yasmina acts like she doesn't like him. She looks for opportunities to be upset with him. I really wanted them to work. Me too. They're cute. They're a cute couple. Like physically, they look great together. They just do not work. They just do not work. Yes, Wendy. Wendy said, talking about Steve, if he's talking about kids, he needs to have a secure income. He needs to show Noi a bank statement or something. I think he is financially secure. I think he is financially secure. I just think he's not comfortable with Noi to share those things with her. Maybe he thinks that if he shows her how much he has, she'll want him more or something like and be with him for the wrong reasons. He gives me that he's probably a tech guy. I wouldn't be surprised if he has Silicon Valley money. I would not be surprised. If so, Steve, my DMs are open. Okay, you're not a bad looking guy. You keep a nice little cute haircut. Let's do this. Ciao. Let me tell you something. Our kids, cheekbones for life. Like supermodel cheekbones. Call me Steve. Whitney said Yasmina sought advice from her friend who has been engaged for 8 years. Her friend might not know how to get her man to the altar, but she dang sure knows Yasmina and her demeanor. Listen, I will say I liked how Yasmina's friend was just like not taking her BS. She was like, no, you have your issues. Yasmina was like, no, I don't. She's like, no, you know, you're flawed as well, my love. Hey, SBS 183 said, I had a UPS guy call me to let me know my package was out front. I was pleasantly surprised. Yeah, they're making us give our phone numbers now. I don't feel comfortable with that. But I actually knew this number. So I was fine. Like it was from something that I needed that I was doing, but I was still like, who is this calling me? But that has happened to me several times. I'm like, who is this? Like, this is my personal phone number. I got to get another phone. For stuff like this, I hate when somebody's calling me and I don't know. Normally it's Sally Mae or not Sally Mae, Nadia now. So I know not to answer that call, but any other person outside of Nadia and my family and friends, I'm like, I don't feel comfortable with you having this number. Tanisha, I'm just guessing, but I think that if Noi, I think that's what Noi wants. I think Noi wants to have 3 kids, and I think she wants to be a mom to those 3 kids. But Noi never talks about working long term. That's why she's so concerned about Steve providing. I think she wants to stop working when they have children. I think she wants to see Noi wants a traditional home. Not traditional, but what the home of the past. Steve is so far ahead in the future. Noi ain't catching him. So this might be another mismatched couple. Let me who haven't I called on? Who haven't I called on in a minute? Um, you know what, SB? I'll call on. I'll answer this one. SBS 183 said his response to her was clearly communicated. That was the best style of communication I've seen in the series in response to um, immature behavior. Oh, he did a perfect job. I was very proud of Steve. I actually like that we got to see this side of him because he spoke to her with, kindness and understanding, but he let her know that her behavior, what she did, was not okay as a wife. It's like, it's not okay for you to do those things. That is not right. He communicated the way a husband should communicate. I enjoyed that. He's not doing Olu, cussing you out and then coming back 5 minutes later. I didn't really mean that. I'm just a hothead. Like something like that. I have to be honest, as a woman, that was very attractive, right? Because you have this man who, let's just be honest, in the United States of America, the man is the head of household. He is the provider. No matter, how we want to, equal partners. And this is a new day and age. This is just how it is right now. It's a problem. We're working to change it, right? But if you're going to be that leader, if you're going to be the head of household, you have to know how to take care of your household. You have to know how to speak to your partner in this life in a way where you are clearly communicating your feelings, but not tearing them down. Hello, Lindsay. There is a way, look at Steve. There is a way to talk about your frustration without cutting your partner up. He perfectly demonstrated that, and I was very impressed. Very impressed with Steve. Down. And it wasn't me. He was like, that's not okay. Now all my family and friends are seeing this post by my wife, and they're calling me because you let the world know that something is going on, so that something is wrong in our relationship without telling me. So I don't know what's going on, but everybody on Facebook knows what's going on. I was like, come on, Steve. Let her know. Very proud of him. I didn't want to say nothing. It was kind of hot. I ain't even gonna hold you. It was kind of hot. I was like, oh, okay. Get her in check. That's right. Lead your household correctly. Gotta be honest. Gotta be honest. Got to be honest. What's up, Drewski? Why do y'all walk so aggressive in flip-flops, though? Y'all walk in flip-flops like y'all walking in Tim's in a snowstorm in New York City. It's such an aggressive sound. I think men just don't hear it, but everybody else hears it. It sounds like a shootout. You can walk a little lighter. Oh, right, the Floridian, I'm sorry. Floridians, my island star family, please don't tear me down. I'm just talking to the men. Oh, really? Well, keep your flip-flops, Drewski. Just know that people gonna think it's a shootout when they hear you coming. Hey, Ashley. Ashley said, I just want to know why Chris's friends and family were saying such bad things about him to Alyssa at the wedding and the next day. I don't know. I was going to say it could be producers are telling them to, because I think not sometimes, all the time, right? I think how these confessionals are set up and how these meetings are with the other families, I think they're encouraged to say good and bad, right? What the person should look forward to in a good way, what the person should look forward to in a way where it's just like, you need to work with your partner on this because this is not okay. For some reason, they just probably gave us all the stuff that people said to watch out for to Alyssa and not the good things, because I can't see somebody like Chris having people in his life saying that he's a horrible person. You know what I mean? I think that it was cut out. From what we've seen of Chris, it's just like, I don't get that he's a terrible guy. I don't. So it could just be that. Whitney said, as a part of the show, they usually have couples sit down to go over their finances. Maybe that episode is coming. Hopefully. Hopefully. And I'm not saying that he's not attractive. I wasn't attracted to him. But this conversation, I was like, okay, you better lead. You better lead. You better lead. He let her know that is not okay. How do you think I felt as your husband, Noi? And Noi was like, I don't know. He got her together in the best way. That's all she could do, Samantha. That's all she could do because she was wrong and he was making sense. You see, he was upset with her. Did he walk out on her? Did he sneak diss her in his Instagram stories? No. He talked to his wife and he told her what the issue was. Didn't tear her down, explained to her what it was, and it was a mature way, a calm, mature way. There's a possibility. It can be done. It can be done. And that's what he did. And it was hot. We can admit it. We can admit it. Multiple sources of money. Again, right? He says that he has multiple sources of money if he needs it. Okay. I don't think it's wrong for Noi to be like, well, what are the multiple sources? You slinging crack, you slinging peen, you scamming, are you a trust fund kid? Did you gamble and get a lot of money? Like, did you hit the lottery? Do you have a settlement coming in? Like, how big is your severance package? Like, tell me something so that I could be secure. I think that is where Noi is coming from. Because again, I for one, like from watching this, I'm like, I don't know what his finances are, but he's telling me that everything is good. And this day and age, women, your man can't say that he got it. You just can't go off of that. Oh yeah, I got it. How, honey? I'm making you a pie, but how do you have it? Can we just talk about like the how and how it's gotten? You know, you better start asking some questions. Not signing anything. Oh, he just hands me something and I just signed it. Remember when Kathy Hilton said that dumb stuff? I just signed it. I don't know what he's giving me, but I trust him. Dumb. Don't trust no man, even the ones you love. Absolutely not. He gives you something to sign. Oh, sure, honey, I'll do it, but let me just go burp the baby. After he falls asleep, you scan that with your iPhone, send it to your lawyer, and be like, "What he got me signing?" You got to take care of yourself. You got to put yourself first. You got to put yourself first, ladies. That's what you have to do. Shoot, trusting these men for what? For what? For all they do is give us headaches and put us in wars. Even the good ones. Hey, Ashley. Ashley said no. I knew there was nothing she could say back to him. Noi knew there was nothing she could say back to him. She knew he got it. He got it good. There was nothing she could say. There was nothing she could say. Yikes. 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 She would have never gotten back into their home. You walk out on Jose? Oh, he's putting on the deadbolt. He's putting the stump on the door. He's changing the locks overnight. She was. And Steve was acting like her over it father. Ever. Always have two bank accounts. One he knows about and one he does not know about. Yeah, I just put it in the other bank account. You know, the one for the kids. Okay. Put $5 in that one. Put 5,000 in yours. Because what's her name? Noella on the Real Housewives of Orange County. Sweet James told her that he got it. Oh no, I'll take care of it. I got it. She didn't know that he ain't had nothing until she got them divorce papers. She realized at the same day that she losing her husband, she realized she getting evicted. What? No, ask him how he got it. Honey, let's look at the mortgage papers together. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Let's look at that. The light bill is due tomorrow. I had the app on my phone where I check it. So I just wanted to know, are we paying that? Or do we need to make an adjustment somewhere? Do we need to get on a payment plan? You better check. You better check, because one thing men do is say they got it and they don't got it. They rarely will they ask you for help. The only men that ask you for help are the bums. Men don't ask for help. Them bum ones be like, yo, my cousin got shot. I need $6,000 for his hospital bills. Huh? Okay, well, go get it. I just want to, could you front me like 3? I'll pay you back. I'm good for it. Those are the ones that ask for help. Real men don't ask for help, and that's a problem. That's a problem. Yo, can I my car died. Can I like borrow your car for 2 weeks? Huh? See? Those are the ones you gotta watch out for. Gotta put me first. I gotta put me first. Our grandmothers let us know. They said, make sure you got your own money. Make sure you got your own money. Ciao. Jasmine said, I need Dr. Pepper to come put people in their place real quick. Oh, she's waiting for Olajuwon. Oh, she's waiting to get in his behind. Hey, Wendy. Wendy said, ladies, we have to get our Shawnee O'Neal. We have to get our Shawnee O'Neal on. She was hiding all types of money. Period. She can't talk about colorism properly, but she can damn sure have some money and take care of what needs to be taken care of. You go, girl. Mick K said, I might let him pay, but need to know how and where it's coming from. Yes. Ask those questions. Tinder swindlers. Ask those questions. And when he says, oh yeah, I already paid all that stuff last week. Okay. Soon as he leaves, bye, have a good day. Hello, AT&T? Yeah, I just wanted to know when was the last payment made on my phone bill? Never. Okay. Thank you so much. Hey Mom, can you come get me? Yeah, it's over. Yeah, I can't do this anymore. Yeah, I'm probably gonna get evicted. Yeah. Just ask questions. Just ask the questions. Check up on the payments, right? Check up on the payments, even for the good ones. He don't have to know. He don't have to know that you checked the payment. He don't need to know that. Just have your back, ladies. That's all I'm saying. And you can still love them. Jasmine said, I heard Lindsay got out of jail early so she could be on the upcoming season. Oh, she did. Oh, good. Listen, she gives a good show, and so does Deontay. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see them. Teresa said, yes, hide the money. Please, get some headphones. Put your AirPods in if your husband's already. Before they make you unsubscribe from me. Oh, they do it all the time. They do it all the time. Okay? While he's getting his rap career off. Boy, you've been a SoundCloud rapper for 10 years. You are 42. We got to do something different. We have to do something different. Oh, yeah. Always ask for jewelry as a gift. Yep. Something that goes up in value. Absolutely. Anthony Delvey. Oh, shoot. I gotta go. It's after 8. Oh, guys, I gotta get out of here. Oh, did they call me? Did they text me? Okay, I gotta go. Anyway, family, I will be here tomorrow at 12 p.m. on the dot. To 12 p.m. PST, Pacific Standard Time. not for long, to talk about Love is Blind episode 6 and 7, I believe. 6 and 7. And then later that evening, we'll get into like right after 30 minutes after the episode for Love During Lockup. Saturday, the weekend, I can't. Y'all know what I'm doing. Next week, depends on my cable. If they get here in enough time to set it up, I'll try to get a live out to you guys. But please just follow my Instagram, which is, oh, can I show you guys? Let me see if I can show you guys. My Instagram, which is here at NikkiNicoleStar. That is my Instagram. That is where I post everything that I'm going to do that day or the 24 hours or so before. You can also just follow my community page, and that is where I'll let you guys know what I'm going to do. I'm probably for the next week, just because I'm going to be getting settled next week, just because I'm going to be getting settled, and I got to wait for stuff to get turned on, and I don't know how the cable works out there, so I'm just going to try to figure it out. So just give me some time. I'm probably going to give you, like today, I'll probably give you like an hour's notice. Just watch the page. Make sure you hit the reminder so you can know when I post something. Moving forward, I will be a bit more settled so I can have an accurate outlook on what my week is going to be. Just right now, it's a little chaotic in the best way possible. This is good chaos. Good chaos. So just give you girls some time. I'll try to figure it out, but definitely tomorrow, Love is Blind and Love During Lockup. Those will be my last two lives in this studio. Because your girl's growing up. And I'm moving on up to the east side. Was that? Who was singing that? No, that wasn't Aretha Franklin. Aretha Franklin sang, "Shine on the light of heaven, shine on me, yes, shine on me." Anyway, rambling on. Yes, so that's tomorrow. Next week, keep me in your prayers. I will figure it out, but please follow my Instagram. No, that's not, no, my Instagram. This is my Twitter, but this is my Instagram. I post more here about what I'm going to be reviewing, or just follow me here on YouTube and check my community page. Hit the notification bell so you can get everything. All right, family. I got to get out of here. I love you all. Love you too, Teresa. Thank you so much for joining me. Even if it's at the last minute, you guys still show up. I really do appreciate the love and support. We started something great here, and now we're moving on up. Thank you for being with me and being along this ride. What a ride it has been. And we're only going up higher. Thank you, Jesus. Love you guys. See you tomorrow. Good night. Back to packing.